Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you for being here. We are going to do a read for the first 2 weeks of June. It's going to be you and who, all right? It's a general read, so if you are looking for a personal read, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box, all right? Okay, guys, let's jump into this. What I'm going to do is pull a card specifically just for you to see what wants to come out, all right? So we're going to pull a card that's going to be overarching the whole reading here as it pertains to you and that other person, all right? So let's pull a card specifically for you. This is for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus signs and North Node, all right? So do check those out, all right? And that'll give you a better picture of your full kind of month and what's happening for you, all right? And some good insights. All right, so let's take a look. What is going on for Sagittarius? What is the overarching message for Sagittarius as it pertains to love? What do we have here? Ooh, okay, interesting. So this is devotion to the small. And you know what this tells me is that this is all about the little things, like the little things that you actually do within life, right? So, you know, this is about like honoring the universe, like she's planting a flower, right? And it's almost like honoring this mother nature within this process. So, you know, as it pertains to love, this is about, there is a mystery of Gaia, you know, the earth energy, right? Mother Earth. And this really talks about the mysteries of growth and the mysteries of life. And you can kind of see that there's kind of like this, the ruminating circle that's around it, you can kind of see there, it's kind of going around. It's kind of like the circle of life as it pertains to it. And it starts with planting a flower, right? It starts with planting that seed, you know, within a relationship or the situation. And sometimes this really talks about that it's the small things that really make the world go round. There's the small things that really make the relationship. It's the consistency of the small things, right? That really brings something to that next stage or a good, healthy relationship of some sort. You know, granted that it's positive, right? You know that it's healthy. But this is about this is really about just that type of thing, like the circle of life and what you can learn from just the planting of a flower and giving it a little bit of love, getting it a little bit of sun, you know, watering the plant a little bit more, and you know, just admiring it as well. It's the same thing for relationships. It's like those little small things really do make the difference, and that's what's really coming up here, okay? There is a lot of infinite wisdom that Mother Earth has, and this is about like a seed that can actually blossom into not only a flower, but it can blossom into a huge bush, just like an acorn can, you know, just blossom into this mighty oak, right? So gratitude for the small changes that are happening in a relationship or in a situation or just in your life, okay? So being in gratitude for that, guys, this is interesting, Sag, that's coming up for you here, but I thought this is really beautiful. Yeah, gratitude for your presence of just being, and that's what Mother Earth wants to let you know. They're in deep gratitude of your being and of you, and you know, this is about service to the evolution of this planet, and this is really trusting the Mother Nature, and surrender any concerns that you have, you know, to definitely the Earth Mother for gratitude, right? And that's what this talks about. You were born to shine, and you're born to be a part of this evolution that's taking place in your life, and you're a part of this growth, all right? I am going to pull a card on light. Let's pull a light card, you know, as it relates to, you know, planting of the flower, getting it water and light, all right? So we're going to do that as well for you here and take a look at what that is. Especially when you're going through changes and challenges, because it's a 32 card that reduces to a 5, and 5s are about maybe going through conflict or adversity. Acknowledge the small things and be happy in terms of that of which that you find yourself in these little surprises along the way. Yeah, this is interesting. I get a card that says dance with life, right? Dance with life. Even though that sometimes there might be crumblings in life, this is saying this wants you to dance with the cyclical nature of life, right? The circle of life, right? That's all I'm thinking of, like the Lion King, right? You know, the circle of life, right? So something like that. But anyway, but that's what's coming through here, right? That is interesting. So it is really changed something in your energy. It wants you to shift from what that is that you're clinging to of the old, right? That is coming down, and start to embrace this new energy of life, this new sunshine, the planting of a new seed, the dawn of a new, of a new era. It's kind of like that, what's coming into place. So starting to dance with life. Some of you could be doing this around the full moon. There's a full moon. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but there's a full moon right there. So we've got a full moon that's taking place on the 24th of May, which is really interesting. And that is, all about the culmination of things coming to harvest and fruition. So just keep in mind of that, of which you plant, prior to then, is about a time to come to fruition, right? So it's all about moon manifesting, right? Do check out my candle. I got my new candle, so check it out below. I've got it there or here, so do check it out. It's all for moon manifesting, right? So that's what it is. But this is interesting, guys. So what I'm going to do is, this is something to keep in mind. So let's take a look at where you're at right now, Sag, and see how this all kind of comes under this umbrella, all right? Let's take a look at what that is for you. Okay, what does Sagittarius need to know most here? What's happening with them right now? What do we get here? So we've got the Ten of Wands and the Three of Wands. So we've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy, okay? So the Ten of Wands is, this is all about something coming to fruition. This is about a completion. This is a completion of some sort of a burden or responsibility that you've had previously, but that you no longer have, okay? So it's a burden or responsibility within a situation. And sorry guys, it's hard to see that card a little bit, but these are very, very light cards as well. But it's like a burden, it's like letting go of the burden of some sort of responsibility or of a situation that you found yourself into. So it's about you letting go of that. I did get the Three of Wands. The threes are about communication. So this could be also about, preparing, some sort of communication, and you're preparing for that preparation of the communication, that foresight of moving forward and doing that communication. This could be letting go of energy and then, preparing communication as it pertains to love, right? And being confident, make sure you're confident in the process and maybe perhaps in that delivery of this communication of some sort. But it is about making some sort of plan or strategy in the process. Let's take a look. I don't want these ones here. I want these ones here. Let's take a look at anything else that wants to come out. Seven of Wands. You go 10, 3, 7. Now, 7 is about having faith. So this is really good. This is about having faith, but it's also about, persevering and not giving up, within the situation. So if you are having some heady burdens, you're dropping the burdens, you're focused on a new way of being able to move forward, Sag. And this is actually saying that you're going to have, you're focusing on persevering. You're not going to give up on love. You're not going to give up on that. And you're not going to give up on you in this process. So this is about having faith of continuing to persevere amidst any sort of competition or anything of the sort. So that's where you're at right now. How interesting. Anything that the light cards want to say in terms of where you're at right now? Where you're at right now. What do we get? What do we get here? What is this? Wow. Something is triggering you. Something is being a mirror for you, okay? Because we get the card mirror, all right? So something could be triggering you, okay? I want you to ask that question. What is triggering you, okay? Because it's something that's already inside of you right now, okay? That's reflecting off of another person, all right? So it's just reflecting in your life through another person. So really check in with yourself, Sag, on what it is that you might not like about another person that's really triggering you. And notice how that is something that you have in yourself as well, right? And perhaps to kind of dive a little bit deeper into that. So that's really interesting. But that's what I do get here in terms of, in terms of having faith and persevering and to help you in this process. Yeah, surrender outdated beliefs of yourself. So that could be the trigger, is that maybe someone needs to surrender outdated beliefs of themselves that you feel, but yet as you turn if you turn around and point it at you and take a deeper dive, you're realizing, oh my gosh, maybe perhaps I need to surrender some outdated beliefs about my own self, and it's easy to do, but it's really because it wants you to really focus on any sort of once you focus on the now, what's happening now and not the past, And then you can really own your power and really soar, So any outdated beliefs of yourself about surrendering to that. If you need help with that, hence beyond the read up here or in my description box below, or even the rapid change session as well. But that's what this is talking about, that to get rid of that. Okay. So what is going to be for you? What's going to be your opportunity here? What's your opportunity within this relationship or situation at hand as it pertains to love right now? What wants to come up for you here? The opportunity, we get the Six of Wands, and then we've got the Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay, the Six of Wands is all about some sort of growth, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and then the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, okay? So this, the Six of Wands is, about that growth, but it's also about, it's kind of like, it's having that self-confidence in moving forward as it pertains to love, being transparent, being self-confident. But it's not just you being self-confident, it's like others are recognizing you and seeing that you've got that as well. So it's like the opportunity here is to move forward with confidence on a brand new beginning. And this being the Ace of Cups as it pertains to intimacy, as it pertains to compassion, perhaps in dating, a relationship, or a situation, okay? So, but yeah, water energy and fire energy is coming through here. So feeling confident and being confident, and now in making that shift, and now moving forward, into an opportunity of compassion and intimacy here. So again, it could be a water or fire sign that's coming through here. Water or fire that's coming through here. Anything else in terms of your opportunity? Ascension. I think you're rerouting from being blocked before. Now you're ascending, beyond the clouds, and you're pushing through. And I love that, guys. You're pushing right through this. So this is your opportunity. It's an opportunity to detox and spiritually cleanse yourself, right? And move forward and purge the outdated things, right? The surrendering those outdated beliefs, right? So that's exactly what I see coming through for you. What is your challenge here? What is your challenge here? Let's take a look at what it is your challenge. Okay, what is it here? Your challenge here is the Emperor energy and the Two of Pentacles. So the Emperor energy is about being very, very, structured and solid. And the Two of Pentacles is also about being, a little bit more balancing and adaptability. So your challenge is to balance things out, really, from being either too structured or, too teeter-tottering. It's like this in between, right? So that's what I get coming through here. And this is Aries energy, so fire energy, but this represents Aries in terms of that. And then you got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo type energy in terms of adapting to the new way of being. The challenge is adapting to this new way of being after releasing, yourself from maybe perhaps an outdated belief and detoxing from that person, place, or thing as well, but then also adapting to this new energy, right? It takes a little bit of a wobble before you can kind of go through that, but that is what I get in terms of your challenge position. And yeah, this is about, not getting caught in the story of the details, just to observe things as they come through. So just observe, okay? Observe the feelings and thoughts that might be coming through you. Those outdated beliefs that go through your mind, observe it, but let them go out. Let them just leave your mind. Come in and leave, okay? And don't get caught up in the story of the details. This is about acceptance to what is. And just allow yourself to step back and kind of see that bigger picture here. So just notice that, okay? Just keep that in mind, okay? And this is about your challenge is to take the next step towards your dream. So this is really wants you to take some, create some manageable goals. Really take that next step, because there's doors of success that are opening for you in love and in life, okay? And that is your challenge, but to take that next step. So you're going to have to do a tiny bit of heavy lifting, okay? You're going to have to do some heavy lifting, towards your dream, towards that love life, towards what it is that you want, okay? Because it's not going to happen just like that, okay? It's going to take a little bit of you putting some muscle into it, okay? And that's what this talks about. Some of you could be working out, maybe you're lifting weights or something of the sort, maybe doing, that type of thing as well. So that could be, what is it that you need to know most? What does Sag need to know most? What do you need to know most here? Queen of Cups, leveling out your emotions, right? But she's also very calm, intuitive, very compassionate, right? She's very, very down to earth, right? And this is you kind of, what you need to know most is to call upon this energy for yourself, because it's going to help you in your love life, okay? And in your communications. That blue is the throat chakra, especially your communications relating to love, right? It's the throat chakra, and it's all forms of communication, whether written, spoken, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. That's what's coming through here. So your challenge, what you need to know most is that's going to be key. Keep those emotions that are leveled. It's going to help you within your love life. Anything else? Yeah, develop close bonds, be friends and lovers, so maybe perhaps that you've got someone that you're interested in, maybe you have a romantic interest in. Well, be friends with them first and see how it goes, right? And develop, close bonds. You're leveling out your emotions is going to develop close bonds with your lovers and with your friends as well. Okay. And it also frees yourself of any sort of stress or negativity. So focusing on the calmness, maybe some of you could be working out to free yourself from that. So that could be the case. Get rid of any sort of emptiness, the past of heartbreak. You've learned a lot from that, and so now it's about moving forward, and doing it, with excitement here. Let's take a look at this other person. What's going on with this other person? What do we get here? We got the Nine of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Oh, excuse me, the Eight of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. So you might be dealing with either one of those signs. This person here, the Eight of Swords, is all about some sort of one way of looking at things. So this is about just looking at something from one way. And this is saying is that this person needs to look at something from a different point of view, okay? He's only looking at it from one way. And then I get the King of Pentacles, which is all about very, very disciplined and controlling and in authority. This could be this other person who just sees things one way, and you might be dealing with an earth sign over here, okay? That could be the case. But they're seeing things one way, and so they're not kind of changing within that. Give me more on this Eight of Swords energy. Let's take a look. Eight of Cups. So, this is still the same thing. There's something needs to change. There's been some sort of disappointment or maybe an escapism in a relationship or situation, escaping from responsibilities or the situation. Regardless of whatever this is, there's two eights here. Excuse me, almost had a hiccup. Two eights here, and that's all about having change. So they need to change their point of view of how they look at something, for something. So it's about a change of how they look at something rather than being too structured, okay? Or, they need to learn to break free of repeated patterns. That's what's coming through here, guys, okay? That's what's coming up. So repeated patterns are happening for this person on this other side. Again, this is more of like an earth sign. Could be, and also, I got air and I got cups too. So, but yeah, interesting. But there's some sort of cycle that needs to stop. There's a soulmate, a soul contract of some sort that is here as well. So this is coming through too, Sag. So it could be that maybe that you broke a cycle off with someone, or maybe that this person, you've got a soul contract. There's some sort of divine union. But this person, to kind of even have anything to do with them, they have to get rid of breaking free of any sort of repeated patterns. So that's kind of what I feel here. Yeah, that's kind of where they're at. They're trying to break free from that, right? Interesting. Give me one more on this. A soulmate soul contract, right? Anything else? Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. There could be someone else involved in this. Or they could be just focusing on being very, very careful of where they put their time, energy, money, and effort, into a relationship or situation. Okay. But I get the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be another person, right? Interesting. Something needs to change. If this person has, it's kind of like something needs to change here. Interesting. I'm going to pull one more card on the Love Oracle. Anything else about where this person is at? I guess this could be a soulmate that you're thinking of, or some sort of contract. Things are moving at a snail's pace within there. There's slow progress. So it could be that, you could have more than one person that you might be dealing with here. Okay, Sag, you could be dealing with an earth sign and then also a water sign. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of what I feel here that seems to be coming through here. But it's going at, one is going at a snail's pace, okay? Why is it a snail's pace? They're ignoring you on purpose. And it could be because of the fact that long distance, maybe they're traveling, maybe you live at a distance from each other, okay? You could be living at a distance from each other as well, okay? Let's look more into this. What is it that they want from you, okay? What does this person want from you? Let's take a look at what that is. What do they want from you? Five of Pentacles. They don't want to be left out. They don't want to be, they don't want to be in poverty. And then I get the King of Swords, which is all about intellect, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. They're in their head, okay? What they want most from you is to get out, is kind of like to get out of your head and to let go of, and not let go of the head of thinking that you're going to be, let me back up here for a second. There's conflict within them in terms of poverty, in terms of worry, in terms of being left out. But it's in their head, okay? So I think that they might want you to get out of this, any sort of poverty and worry in your head about, that type of thing for you. I don't know why that's coming up, but it is. It's kind of like it's in your head. There's some sort of conflict about being left out, of insecurity, of poverty and worry. Sag, that's what's coming out here. Wow. Anything else? What do they want most from you that wants to come out? Wow. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, or Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Okay. Anything else? The chaos, the drama, the fighting, the arguments. They want to get rid of that. They do not want any more of that, I think, around that. They want a makeover. They want, this is about, you've changed. This is about spicing yourself up. So what they want most from you is they want a makeover in this relationship or situation. Okay, that seems to be what's coming through here. How interesting. What they want most from you. It's about to break down, to really dig deep on what is going to the deep of what's been hampering you a little bit. Again, feeling left out, insecurity, or whatever, because a major shift is in progress and it's just dissolving those old barriers and ascending and moving forward. They want you to ascend and move forward, right? And to see, it's like something has to break down before it can break through, and there's a major shift that's in progress right now. So they want you to shift and make a major shift and get out of that drama, fight, and arguments and worrisome and lack thereof. I don't know if you're feeling that, Sag. Note your comments below, guys. That would be interesting to know. So note your comments below, okay? What is it that they like most about you? What do they like most about you? What is it? What they like is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, and then we've got the Knight of Cups. Wow, that you motion forward in love, that this is about being, charming, very romantic, very translucent in your thoughts, or transparent. And then I get the Eight of Wands, and eights are about, that change, but it's also about, some sort of travel, change, and movement. What they dislike is that maybe that you're at a distance now from them, that maybe you're at a distance from each other, or there's no movement in terms of moving forward, coming forward in motion in love, okay? That's what they, that's what I feel that, So maybe at this time that they want to see a change in movement of moving forward in love, okay? So I think what they like most is just that your efforts made in as it pertains to love, but it's traveling. What they like most is motions in love, and then also a change in terms of a change in love. Interesting. Let me pull one more card. Let's take a look at what this is. Let me pull one more card on this Eight of Wands. Give me one more card on this Eight of Wands. What they like most about Sag. Fool. You got a new beginning. You've got a brand new beginning. Fool card. Brand new beginning. Wow. New journey. What they like most is that you've got a brand new beginning. They're happy that you have a brand new beginning. They're happy that you're being transparent. They're happy that you've traveled to go for what it is that you want. What they like most, Three of Pentacles. This is all about, balancing, adapting to this new beginning. That's what they like most about you. Give me another card on this. What do they like most about you from the Love Oracle? What do they like most about Sag? That you're wise, that you take your time. You're very smart in the process. Anything else that they like most about you? That you're a queen. They're being that boss babe, and you are totally stepping up, right? Independent, being very, very strong. So they see you as this, okay? They see you as their queen, that you're doing a lot of self-love and taking care of you right now, okay? You go for it, Sag. That's awesome. Okay, now what do they dislike about you? What do they dislike about you? That you're not with them, right? There's two flowers in a pot and communicating with each other, that they dislike, that they don't have this. They don't have this growing together, right? In this communication. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Anything else? Empress energy. That they don't have the beauty that they see in you. They love that beauty and that feminine energy being around them. And they don't have that, all right? Anything else that wants to pop up from the Love Oracle? Let's take a look at what that is, okay? What does that look like, okay? Yeah, what they don't like is that, what they don't like about you is the bad vibes. They don't like the bad vibes, and they want to clear up any sort of bad vibes in the situation. What they don't like is the attitude. They don't like the different changes in attitude, okay? That could be coming up, okay? And they don't like the fact that you're churning over a new leaf. But they apparently that they know that that's what's happening here, you know, is what's coming through here. So what we're going to do is bring this over to the extended, guys. If you aren't interested in following that, I'm going to be finding, we're going to dive a little bit deeper in terms of what is it that they haven't told you, okay? What is going to be their next move? What are they most afraid of? And then, of course, what is their biggest challenge? What they're most impressed by about you and you them, and then messages from both sides, a potential outcome with advice at the very end from an oracle. So if you are interested in that, definitely check it out. We're going to take a deep dive into this. So leave no questions unturned here, okay? Or that's what we're going to do is make sure that we answer quite a bit of those. And that's it. All right, guys. I look forward to seeing you next time. If you're interested, there's a link below, okay? I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.